So everyone starts somewhere. Some people start when they already know everything. I'm starting while I barely know anything. And this little guy is Nox. He's probably going to ask the same questions you're thinking. Hey everyone, I'm Aditya. About 2 months, I decided to start learning cybersecurity. And for the last 2 months, I have doing a Cisco Cybersecurity Essential course, and I have literally completed the whole. And so I'm not starting as a beginner, or you can say a zero level, but I'm gonna from this video. So it will be completely beginner friendly, and also I'm a beginner. Uh, Not because I wanted to become the movie version of hackers. I've decided to learning cybersecurity because I wanted to understand how this fucking computers actually works, how this networking, how this files are goes from here to my computer, how this networking is working. I quickly realized something before cybersecurity. I need to learn Linux. So what's Linux? It's totally exactly today's challenges. So here we are at GitHub repository of LabX Linux journey. So we are going to pursue this Grasshopper getting started course. So it's mainly for the learning the basics of Linux. And there are system internals, networking nomad that will lead to networking administration. Okay, this repository is also available in other languages, English, Chinese, and other languages. Uh, Whatever feels comfortable to you. So we are going to start with this getting started. We are going to complete this whole getting started. So let's start the Linux history. Let's start with the Linux history. So after reading all this, uh, there were two guys who created Unix operating system. That's how the Linux was created. So it was firstly two guys named Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie Bell Laboratories developed the Unix operating system, and it was later rewritten in C programming language. So basically, C programming language is the faster and a better programming language. It understands the hardware more, what can say, more personally. So these two guys created Unix operating system. Then it comes to a decade later, Richard Stallman initiated GNU. Uh, his goal was to complete. His goal was to create a completely free, open source Unix-like operating system. Uh, and JNU project produced many sanitary components, including JNU General Public License and its own kernel. So basically, he created a new operating system after a decade later of Unix, creating it open source. Open source is just completely free and open source. Like you can use their resources completely free, and you can edit and customize it yourself. So it's completely free and completely given to you. So what is the role of kernel? So what is kernel Nox? Nox is already confused, and so kernel is basically where the hardware where hardware and software communicates with each other. Uh, the kernel acts as the bridge that allow the hardware to communicate with the software. Basically, kernel manages system resources, CPU, memory, peripherals, devices like keyboard, mouse, and the other. Uh, and these are operating system BSD, Linux, Unix. They lack the freely available and unified kernel, as we have to purchase them. That's why uh, Richard created JNU, which is a completely open source. And then the birth of Linux kernel. So here's the Linus Torvalds, and Finnish it is pronounced Linus. So I'm very inspired by this guy. It brings to 1991 a Finnish student named Linus Torvalds began developing a new kernel as a personal project because he didn't like the operating systems that were expensive and paid. So why not create my own operating systems? He used the JNU operating system and filled all the missing pieces that JNU operating system lacks. The combination of JNU tools and Linux kernel created a complete open source system that is widely used today. A milestone was pivotal movement in the history of Linux. So, who developed the Linux kernel? Let's just copy it. Let's just copy it. Yeah. Now we're gonna move to the Linux distribution. What is a distro? Distro is basically a flavor of Linux. Linux kernel is just as Linux, and there are types of flavors or customization that you want. How to choose the best Linux distro? Linux distros for business are Ubuntu or Linux Mint, common starting points because they are very much similar to Windows operating system and basically a user-friendly options. Then some power users, developer use Fedora. Fedora is one of the favorite of the developer Linus Torvalds, and there are most popular Linux, Arch Linux. I use Arch by the way. Appeal to users who want a rolling release and direct control over their setups. Arch Linux lets to a direct control, like you have everything controlled by yourself. You are the owner of the operating system. You can just customize everything, even the transparency of a window, every app you opened. It's just completely fascinating. Gentoo is even more specialized in advanced user deep control through sources package building. Linux distro servers tables. These are Debian and Red Hat. They are basically designed for enterprise environments, and basically they run on many servers that are actually require stable and faster versions. So let's see. We're going to choose one of these. Let's try the Red Hat. I feel it's very stable, and we might learn many things. Let's you can learn the what is Debian, a popular stability consistence of changes. Uh, you can prefer anything whatever you wanted to. It's just you understanding these. I guess it's just all about how these are. What's open source? Swiss is a long-term instrument known for flexibility, strong administration tools. Let's see. I'm totally confused what to use, so I'm gonna go with this Red Hat. It feels like hacker thing. I already have Kali Linux installed, and I have already Red Hat installed, so I'm gonna use that only. Do you need a security focused display? Security focus is not the best place to start. In many cases, bigger friendly distros like Ubuntu and Debian is better first step. Mhm. It's Kali Linux. I have already installed Kali Linux Parrot OS. Not all this. This is very tough as fuck. Kali Linux is mainly known for cybersecurity, and it's mainly for hacker. It's open source and widely used by security experts and very black hat hackers. Yeah, they penetrate systems. Parrot OS are mainly focused Linux distro, widely used by penetration testers. It's like a different flavor of a Kali Linux. Like Arch is the Arch Linux who have those penetration tools, testing tools, everything, and it's more customizable. So let's see. Let's move back. Let's get started with the Linux distro. Start with the google.com. Beginner friendly Linux distros. Wow. Linux meant for Windows like Field, Zorin, Mac OS Field, Ubuntu, a messy community support documentation. Zorin, Ubuntu, Pop OS. I have heard of this uh, Arch Linux, not a beginner friendly. A minimalistic operating system designed for advanced users who want to take control over their PC. Mm, yes, Endeavor and Manjaro. Terminal centric distros and it include get you. Is it good for learning Linux rather than just using like Windows? Better choices provide a graphical installer to get started doing a terminal, help you learn, include graphical app stores, Pacman, Yay commands. So we were installing Arch Linux, and I'm gonna use VMware Workstation Pro, uh, as I'm already running Windows 11 on my home PC. Uh, so I don't want to fuck my Windows. So I'm gonna run a virtual machine, creating a virtual machine and installing Arch Linux there. Let's choose the custom VMware. I will install the operating system later. Let's choose Linux and this version. Arch. There's Asian UX, CentOS, Debian. Where's the Arch Linux? We go ahead and search what to choose. Hmm, Linux guest as the guest operating system and Arch Linux. Choose the other Linux 5.x or later. Linux 5.x and later. Yes, there's a later 6.x kernel. What is asking? Selecting the guest operating system. First, other kernel 6.6. So let's choose kernel 6.6. 6.6, other kernel 6.6. Next, let's give it a name Arch Linux. Okay. So let me choose the folder. Mhm. How much of this? That choose this PC system. All the folder. Next, let's give it 2 cores. Let's go for 4 cores. 4 cores. Oh, sorry. I will take a number of single processor and up to 4 cores. Let's give it 4 gigs of RAM. Mm, I will use network address translator, LSI logic, CSI, create a new virtual disk. Let's give it 50 GB storage single file and 50 GB of space. Yes, next, oh, next. Let's give it 5. Let's give it 5. Folder name, RTX. Okay. Next, 4 gigs of RAM. So the single file, 50 GB storage, and we will create it on my onwards folder, Arch Linux. I like to keep things as it is. Yes, here are my system specs. I have gave 4 GB RAM uh, and 4 CPUs core and 50 GB hard disk. So here's my Arch Linux PC. I'll edit the virtual machine and hard disk. Let's just CD data and use the ISO image. We will install the Arch Linux. Let's get to downloads where I installed Arch Linux and open. We're installing Arch Linux. So we just have to boot into Arch Linux. Let me first of all see how we are going to install Arch Linux. There's the whole community web page, installation guide. Okay. So we are booting into Arch. Let's start the. Here are we. Arch Linux medium. Let's see the boot power of Arch Linux with speed. Let's see what to choose. And now it's medium. How to install, how to connect to internet, how to enable SSH, switching to Linux, how to install Arch Linux, how to purchase Unix, how to format. I don't know what the hell is all of these. As you can see, we've booted first. So we said we are going to show our IP address. Let's start boot, and we're going to let's see what happens. Welcome to Arch Linux. So Arch is installing. SSH access available. You set IP address. ADDR show. ADDR show. Am I correct? ADDR show. Let's go to VM. Yes, I have my IP. It's 192.168.70.139. Now what? So what is said so far? We are going to check our interconnection is working or not. Here's the Google IP address 8.8.8.8.8. So -C means count. We are counting 5 times. So we are asking Google, hey, is my internet working? 5 times. So let's try this. IP. Oh, sorry. Click inside. IP. Then first time. IP -C 8.8. IP -C 8.8.8. What the hell is this? Let's try this. My dumb and too dumb. Let's ping. We are pinging the. Let's do it again. Ping -C 8.8.8.8. don't say it have to be ping minus C5. Okay. We haven't given the count. That's 5. Oh, it's working. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yes. 5 packet transmitted to Google and 5 are received. So our internet is working. So now I have to give my root account. Root account is just the that account have a full access to Arch Linux or a full operating system. So I have to type p pass wd and set my password. Pass wd. The password. Let's try this. Let's try this. Password updated successfully. So we have gave our Arch Linux a root user a password. So I have switched my VMware storage from 50 gigabytes to 80 gigabytes as I thought 50 GB is way less for Arch Linux as I'm gonna partition root and home folder differently. So I have copied something, added, paste. So yes, CF disk will help us to partition our disk. I guess GPT. Yes, here we are. Now we have to partition the disk. I have used Claude this time. So he told me to give 1 gigabyte for EFI system, 4 gigabytes for Linux swap, 30 gigabytes for Linux file system root, and Linux file system home. So why not try it? Let's go ahead and type new. Okay, enter. Let's type 1G. Yes, we got SG. And type, choose it to EFI system. I guess it's working. Yes, we have given EFI system now SGA to 4 gigabytes. Let's do new and we'll use 4 GBs and type, but we'll type Linux swap, next to Linux swap. Swap, then for Linux swap, and like I said, and so Linux swap 4 gigabytes, and we're going to SGA 3 to 30 gigabytes for Linux file system root. Let's do a new one. It will be 30 gigabytes. I guess enter. What we have to choose Linux file system root. Linux file system. Linux file system root. No. Let's get to the video. I guess the tutorial will help me. So we had to do nothing. It will already detect the Linux file system. Let's try to delete it. We'll try it again. Now we have new and we want 30 GBs and it's already Linux file system. So we don't have to change anything. Now we'll come to the video and
in default system. Now make sure to confirm all of your and
so I found out we have to do nothing, just go to here, create a new, tap enter and leave it. That's how we created the Linux partition. We have given EFI storage, Linux swap, Linux file system, and let's see what else. We have to press Shift and W, and we have to type yes. Yes, partition table has altered. So we have created the file partition manually. So we have created the file system. Let's try the fdisk command. We might see our partition there. Fdisk -L. So here's our file. Okay, we have the EFI, Linux swap, Linux file system, and Linux file system. So our file partitioning is done. Now we have created the file system. It says we have to give it a root partition, like by creating a folder, mkfs.ext4. So let's create mkfs.ext4 and let's see mkfs.ext4. Then whatever that is, I guess it is our file name fxga. Let's copy this. So we can't /dev/sga. We are going to give the root file to sga3. Okay. So I guess switch the video and choose the Juice and Martin's Arch Linux installation guide. other person was using the medium installation, Arch installer, that was more easier. But I will follow the toughest way possible. So this command set font ter minus 32b will make my font size bigger as it's too tiny. If you set font ter minus 32b minus 132 ter minus 32b. Oh, it's definitely bigger. But if I try 122, oh, let's try 128. It's perfect. Now I know how to change this size of my phones. Now we are going to check the system clock synchronize a time date CTL status. Time date CTL status. Is it saying time date CTL status? Yes, it's active and synchronized. Start.
Make sure the system partitioned the disk. Essentially what this means is that we'll take the physical disk in my ThinkPad, it would be the SSD where files are stored, and we're going to split it up into separate sections that each have an individual purpose. This is partition the file or to verify the boot mode of our Wi-Fi boot mode.
So this code right here will let us check the which boot we are in. So it is a 64 UEFI or 32 UEFI, or it will be BIOS. So it will help us to partition by partition our hard disk, our storage that I have given 50 GBs. So
If you get
later on he'll be partitioning into EFF partition, swap partition, root partition, and home partition. So let's go ahead and try it. So I have typed the command cat sys firmware EFI FW. So I have typed the command and it says no such file or directory. What the hell does this mean? Oh, no, I'm in BIOS. So it will affect my system, I guess. Let's try. Go ahead. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but let's see. Now we have to type the fdisk minus L to find out which disk are we going to partition. So fdisk minus L. Let's try. There's it is a 500 GB drive, and I don't know what the hell is. Oh, that's my SanDisk drive that I already I have that USB drive already connected. So this 5 GB is my real drive. So I have run this command fdisk minus L, and it shows that I have two drives connected. Dev loop 09999 MIB. This might be my 32 gigabytes a USB drive, and this 5 GIB. This might be my 50 GB storage drive that I gave when I configured my virtual machine. So we have to take this. I don't know, I'm still confused. So I have created the partition and mounted the directories of root, boot, and the home directory. So it's all set. Now we have to load mkswap slash dev slash sda. We have allotted nhswap to sda2. So we'll have to put enter. Let me make sure that we are doing correct. So I have checked, we were doing the fine. So we have to enter, and we have swapped the version or places to size 1 gigabytes. Let's do. It's kind of cocky. It's kind of tough. Now I guess we have to do mkfs. And what was that? mkfs.fat minus capital F, isn't it? Yeah, 32, and DEV dash SCA. We give SCA1. I guess it was on. It is. Let me make sure that we are choosing 32. What the hell is it? I'm not gonna just stay on the tutorial. I'm gonna search myself. What the fuck is it? What the hell is it? So I have searched with the Claude AI. So he said mk.fat. This is the format that our ISO understand, and it's perfect for giving it a 1G partition. So it's perfect. Now we have to give it the home directory, and we're gonna copy this SC4 and just gonna paste it here. Paste. So our partitioning is fully done, and we are going to move to boot our Arch Linux for the first time, I guess. Let's try. My friend Nox is already dead, seeing what the hell is going on. Nox, you are already crying. This is what we have to get together. This is the only way we have to learn Linux. We choose the hard way, so we have to go through. Now we have to mount every directories of home, root, and boot to our dedicated partitions that we have just created. So it's a long way to go. Now let's do mount. I am giving the root command to the user named Nox. So I have to escape and shift colon and write and quit. I was trying using the plot commands and it doesn't work. So I'm pasting the images to plot. I don't know where I am and what I'm doing. I just know that I'm installing the bootloader that will boot my Arch Linux whenever I want it to. So exit and mount. What the hell is this? What EFI? Plot said unmount everything and power off the virtual machine completely and do these mounting and unmounting again. It's really so frustrating to do it again. Let's see what plot will make me do. Edit and paste. Let's try the other command. Let's edit and paste. Rebuild everything and let's try to install it again. Edit and paste. So I can fill device or resources busy. Oh, sorry, I have to restart everything like that. For real, I did this all this without the restarting it, and it is already fucked up. So after doing this, after doing everything and restarting my Linux, I'm installing Arch Linux again. I don't know what happened, but I'm now I have to restart the virtual machine, and I am booting this again and restarting my Arch Linux. Uh, I did everything without powering off the VM. So it made it more worst. For real, I am doing this for the last 3 to 4 hours and still didn't get what is happening. Hey, I guess it's working. System on them will not be added. Check the RP documentation. Add in boot menu entry for UEFI forms are setting done. I don't know what happened, but let's try it again. Install. No, it's not working. So Cloud recommend me to update the VMware settings to EFI. So I have to power off this virtual machine of my Arch Linux and going to my Arch Linux VMX and changing the firmware equal to EFI. Let's try. So I'm digging into this file and finding the firmware equal to 0 and it's not working. As this, it doesn't exist at this line. So we have to add this line somewhere. Let's add this line right here. And file. Let's do Control S. Save Control S. Or just save right here. Okay, it's done. Let's try if it's work or not. Repeat VMS, not TXT. Okay. Boot again into VM again from VMware. Let's open VMware again. Here's our Arch Linux. And let's power off. Yes. Install the Arch Linux VM. I guess it might work. Oh, it's working. Now I have to install the Arch Linux again. I have run all the command that have, I don't know the command that Lord gave me, and let's see if it's working or not. GRP and system will system on them will not be added to grub. Finally, Claude said it will work. Nox and we are just so happy, but I'm not. I'm a bit anxious. Let's see if it works or not. Edit, paste, enter. I just cut copy paste everything. Yes. Let's install the VMware tools. And what next? Let's exit and I can install the VMware tools and unmount R minus C. Let me make sure it's well and good, or I might get fucked up. Oh, this minus R slash MNT means I am getting disconnected from the CD DVD that I have, CD DVD where I put the Arch Linux ISO. So it's well and good. Let's try to edit and paste, enter, and system will reboot, I guess. Let's see. Arch Linux, loading Linux, loading initial RAM disk. Notch login. It's Nox, I guess. Nox the username and password. Huh? Is this the Arch Linux? So I found out this is the Arch Linux, and I have to layer with a desktop environment. It can be Genome and it can be Hyperland. I can choose my own desktop environment, like how it is going to be look. So this is who am I? Nox. Okay, it's working. Uh, and I don't know what else I know how to check ls or pwd. Okay, I want a home folder, home directory, and Nox directory. So I am at the Arch Linux and I installed it. I just have to put a good desktop environment. Let's see what desktop environment I shall put here. I have checked that my internet is working or not by pinging the www.google.com and asking for the packets. We send it 5 packets and see how many are received, and 5 are received, 0 loss. So my internet is perfectly fine and perfectly covered, and let's install a good desktop environment. Let me take a rest for a while. Nox is already tired. Hey Nox, are you live? So hey guys, I finally booted into my Arch Linux and I have installed a desktop environment, and it's desktop environment named Plasma KDE Plasma VLAN, and here's my user. Let's type my username and password and see, it's opening. And yeah, uh, we are into Arch Linux. Let's see, I guess, what is this? System settings. Okay, we found system settings. Let's scroll down. Not desktop. Wow. User feedback, region, language. We have selected the language English. Yes, UTF-8. Oh wow. When I scroll, when I move my mouse around, it just fumble up into a big cursor. About the system. Oh, we are into KD Plasma, Arch Linux hardware, my hardware, and the RAM I gave her. The RAM I gave him, and here's we just installed Arch Linux. Let's see, where is the terminal? How to open a terminal? I guess this is. I just type Windows. It's it. It will be terminal. Oh, oh, terminal emulator and console. Let's try console. I have heard that fast fetch will make something. Oh, we are into Arch Linux. PWD ls. Okay, we are into Arch Linux now.